While I would like to see how Ryan Sieg does, he's starting 15th.
Indeed. All right, I should be going live a minute. Let me just check on my stuff. I still need to get my lighting set up properly.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. I am running to get turned off the lights. I am BowserJrXD. Welcome to the New Holland 250 at Michigan International Speedway, race 21 of 33 in the NASCAR Xfinity series. And I'm stepping on my pretzels. Wonderful. And joining me here is my friend Aaron, otherwise known as, well, if he wants me to say what it is, what his channel is. But there we go. I guess I'll leave that not to him. Anyway, 6 races to go for the Xfinity Series playoffs. No full-time drivers are mathematically out, although if you're not like top 13 or for 15, you're probably not going to make it. Brett Moffitt is not starting this race. He is out of the 0-2 for Our Motorsports because of sponsorship woes. In his place is former Our Motorsports driver Blaine Perkins, who has been shitting it up in the Truck Series for CR7. Well, though, to be fair, that truck just sucks, in my opinion. All right, Aaron, you say your pick again.
My picks for this race were Josh Berry with Sam Mayer as an alternate.
All right. Oh God, we have Brad Daugherty in the booth. Oh, wonderful.
Oh.
I mean, yeah. Okay, I guess Rick Allen's doing the play-by-play for Xfinity, and Dale Jr. doing the play-by-play for Cup. My pick's got to be Noah Gragson. He won the poll, and Dale Jr., Jeff Burton, Brad Daugherty, and Steve Letarte all said that he thought that Gragson was going to win. Plus, he's my favorite.
However, last year's winner, A.J. Allmendinger, is starting second.
Mm-hmm. No, I think he benefited from the caution that was him at the end.
Although, to be fair, the driver who could have won last year was Josh Berry.
Mm-hmm. Interestingly, if you look at the points battle for the regular season championship, Dinger leads Allgaier by 17 and Gibbs by 30. So that should be fun. Once the command is given, I will start reading off the starting lineup for today. Which reminds me, someone on Twitter indicated that next week for the truck race at Richmond, I will not be streaming for Richmond because I will be attending some special events at a museum for video gaming. There would be 2 less cautions, which makes me think that there are 2 truck drivers that are going to be out of a ride for the Richmond race, and I can just pray that one of them is Jack Wood.
I'm kind of hoping the same thing, but the only thing is, who would they get to replace them if that was the case?
Raja Carruth, Nick Sanchez, Daniel Dye. It's when you think about the Junior Motorsports GMS pipeline.
That is true. Although, didn't I think I hear somewhere that Carruth would be at Richmond, but he would be driving the 7 truck for Spire?
No, I could see that too. In which case, I would say Daniel Dye would probably be the more likely scenario then, considering he is the GMS driver. All right. We got 38 cars. It's time we learn who they are. Starting 38th, driving the number... Actually, before we get to that, 3 cars DNQ'd. The 47 of Brendan Poole for Mike Harmon Racing, the 13 of Akinori Ogata for MBA Motorsports, and the 32 of Jordan Anderson for Jordan Anderson Racing. Starting 38th, driving the number 78, JF Electric Chevrolet for BJ McLeod Motorsports, Matt Mills. Starting 37th, driving the number 08, Ticket Smarter Ford for SS Greenlight Racing, David Starr. Starting 36th, driving the number 02, Detroit Taco Company Chevrolet. Interesting. For Our Motorsports, Blaine Perkins in his first race back since the end of last year. Don't forget, he won one of the stages at Talladega in 2021. Starting 35th, driving the number 4 Hy-Vee Chevrolet from Iowa, that sponsor is. For, I'm talking like Yoda. For JD Motorsports, Bailey Curry. Starting 34th, driving the number 38 Syaps Ford. For RSS Racing, Ryan Sieg. Starting 33rd, driving the number 44 Keen Parts Autism Awareness Chevrolet. For Alpha Prime Racing, Ryan Ellis. Starting 32nd, driving the number 35 Toyota. For Emmerling Gase Motorsports, Patrick Emmerling. Starting 31st, driving the number 26 Stillhouse Toyota. For Sam Hunt Racing, John Hunter Nemechek. Starting 30th, driving the number 36 Can-Am Chevrolet. For DGM Racing, Alex LeBay. Starting 29th, driving the number 91 Pro SFT Epoxy Chevrolet. For DGM Racing, Mason Massey. Starting 28th, driving the number 5 General Formulations Alloy Chevrolet. For BJ McLeod Motorsports, Josh Williams. Wait, why did the 5 and the 78 switch drivers for this race? Interesting. Starting, I think both of them are below the owner's points thing. Owner's points, cut for top 30. Starting 27th, driving number 6 Experience Jackson Chevrolet. For JD Motorsports, Ryan Vargas. Starting 26th, driving the number 1 Boss DX Chevrolet. For Junior Motorsports, Sam Mayer. Starting 25th, driving the number 45 Insurance King Chevrolet. For Alpha Prime Racing, Josh Bilicki. Starting 24th, driving the number 07 Bucked Up Energy Ford. For SS Greenlight Racing, Joe Graff Jr. Starting 23rd, driving the number 48. Hello, Dave.
Hello.
Driving the number 48 Big Machine Spike Coolers Chevrolet. For Big Machine Racing, Kaz Gralla. Starting 22nd, driving the number 66 Coble Enterprises Ford. For Ambient Motorsports, Timmy Hill. Since when's that a Ford? I thought it was a Toyota, but I digress.
They switched between Ford and Toyota throughout the season.
Maybe this is a Penske. Maybe this is another Penske chassis. Or maybe not.
Possibly.
2020. Well, no, I would have qualified better. Starting 21st, driving the number 51 Wings Etc. Grill and Pub Chevrolet. For Jeremy Clements Racing, Jeremy Clements. And wow, they've already had time to put in the Indianapolis big one. No, the Road America big one into the opening montage. Starting 20th, driving the number 23 Dude Wipe Chevrolet. For Our Motorsports, Anthony Alfredo. Starting 19th, driving number 27 Ergodyne Work Gear Chevrolet. For Our Motorsports, Jeb Burton. Starting 18th, driving number 28 Night Owl Ford. For RSS Racing, Kyle Sieg. Starting 17th, driving the number 31 Bommarito Automotive Group Chevrolet. For Jordan Anderson Racing, Myatt Snyder. Starting 16th, driving number 21 United Rentals Chevrolet. For Richard Childress Racing, Austin Hill, who will be making his Cup debut tomorrow. Starting 15th, driving number 39 Afflictor Broadheads Ford. For RSS Racing, Ryan Sieg. Starting 14th, driving the number 70... What? How'd they qualify 14th? Driving the number 77 Jerry Hunt Honest Amish Chevrolet. For Bassett Brothers Racing, Dylan Bassett. How did they qualify so well?
I don't know. At least they qualified.
True, but 14th? Damn! Starting 13th, driving the number 98 Monster Energy Ford. For Stewart Haas Racing, Riley Herbst. Starting 12th, driving the number 10 Chevy Accessories Chevrolet. For Colleague Racing, Landon Castle. Starting 11th, oh dear, Chevy Accessories. That's never a good sign for sponsorship. Then again, I know Voyager's having problems, but still. Starting 11th, driving the number 2 Wheelin' Chevrolet. For, hold on, getting the microphone closer here. For Richard Childress Racing, Sheldon Creed. Now for the top 10. Starting 10th, driving the number 68 Brandon Built Foundation Chevrolet. For Brandon Built Motorsports, Brandon Brown. Starting 9th, driving the number 54 Monster Energy Toyota. For Joe Gibbs Racing, Ty Gibbs. Starting 8th, Driving number 34, Equity Prime Mortgage Chevrolet. For Jesse Uji Motorsports, Kyle Weatherman. Starting 7th, driving the number 19, Menards Criterion Appliances Toyota. For Joe Gibbs Racing, Brandon Jones. Starting 6th, driving the number 8, Harrison's USA Chevrolet. For Junior Motorsports, Josh Berry. Starting
my boy.
Yes. Starting 5th, driving the number 18, Pilot Flying J Toyota. That sounds so dirty. For Joe Gibbs Racing, Sammy Smith, which I'm assuming is running the ARCA race later today. Starting 4th, driving the number 11, AG1 Athletic Green Chevrolet. For Colleague Racing, Daniel Hemrick.
Whoa.
Fun fact: the last four drivers to win the last four Xfinity championships have all been won by a driver whose last name rhymes with Dick, in some way. Reddick, Sidrick, Hemrick. Starting 3rd, driving the number 7, Brent Chevrolet. For Junior Motorsports, Justin Allgaier. Starting 2nd, driving the number 16, Action Industries Chevrolet. For Colleague Racing, AJ Allmendinger. And on pole, driving the number 9, Black Bass Pro Shops True Timber Black Rifle Coffee Company Chevrolet with a time of 37.821 seconds and a pole speed of 190.37 miles per hour. For Junior Motorsports, it's Noah Gregson, my favorite driver and my pick to win. Alrighty.
I feel like I just want to say this right now. I'm really impressed by the fact that Kyle Weatherman qualified in the top 10 with that 34 car.
The thing is, it's not a bad car. I believe that Wabuchi said that he purchased a chassis and engine stuff from Hendrick Motorsports. So, it just shows how terrible Jesse Iwuji is.
Honestly, if you put Weatherman in a JRM car, you could really see what he'd be capable of. Honestly, if someone were to give Kyle Weatherman a chance in a good quality car, I think he could probably be the next Ross Chastain.
Didn't he finish 8th at Atlanta in the 92?
I think so. I remember that Mason Massey finished in the top 10.
He finished 6th.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, I think Weatherman got a top 10 in that race. But yeah, I still remember that performance he had at Homestead in 2020, where he was charging his way to the top 10 with a Mike Harmon car.
Right. So hi, Bob Dole. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you came back from the afterlife to check in. Okay. I love my chat, except for the guy who keeps spamming accounts, because that does nothing to help me.
Yeah, that can be annoying.
Oh yeah, it's like I don't need to have 8 people having a conversation to liven up the chat. It ostracizes everyone else. All right, wait, 125 laps. Yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting Michigan's 2 miles long.
I think I'm actually closer to being on time this time, too, because I'm watching this on my phone and not my TV.
Right. Well, the TV should be faster.
Well, that's just for
Maybe it's just your
Yeah, well.
And that just reminds me, Michigan being the 2-miler, the sister to California. California, I think, it has basically been confirmed that 2023 will be the last race on the 2-mile configuration, which sucks, because I love the 2-mile configuration.
Yeah, I had mixed feelings about that, if I have to be honest.
Honestly, if they are going to go forward with that short track reconfiguration, they're going to have to put some serious consideration into how that design is going to look, because the proposed design they have is apparently not going to work.
Wonderful.
Ugh.
Yeah. Even NASCAR tries.
Listen, I hate to bring that up, but that's just what I have to put out there.
That's why
I mean, I don't disagree with you.
I don't either. I mean,
also, got to give props to Sammy Smith starting 5th.
Yeah, he's got that JGR power.
Honestly, and again, I know I've already said this before, but Sammy Smith is basically the new Michael Annett.
I mean, only sponsor and name only. Hopefully, Sammy Smith doesn't only win once.
Well, I hope not.
I mean, by that,
I think he's definitely a good underdog candidate for a win this year. If not, maybe next year.
Yeah. I just hope he doesn't become the next Daniel Hemrick. Then again, Hemrick won the championship last year, so...
I was about to say, that doesn't sound too bad when you think about it in retrospect.
I mean, Hemrick is like the Jerry Nadeau of the Xfinity. No, Nadeau's walk was far worse. Alright, pace car looks like it's going to peel off. Going to sit down for 125 laps around the wonderful Michigan International Speedway. Going through the gears. Time to go green for the new Holland 250. We are go at Michigan. Now let's see how this pans out to start. A track that used to boast the fastest speeds in all of NASCAR. Allmendinger coming on the inside. Hemrick pushing Gregson on the outside. As they rocket through turn 1, Gregson is poking the nose out already. Allgaier dipping down to the bottom of Dinger. Almost 3 wide as they go down the front stretch, but Gregson pulled up in front. Here comes Brandon Jones on the inside. 3 wide. He passes Allgaier. Now side by side with Dinger. Sammy Smith joins those two, the 19 and the 7 on the underside. And the drivers make their way through 3 and 4. And now that will complete lap 1. Also, it's a very wide track as well.
Yeah, that it is.
It doesn't have that many close finishes.
Definitely I think something I once remembered seeing about Michigan is that they use a special type of asphalt on their track surface, so that way the track can maintain itself during the harsh winter months.
That's pretty cool.
So it doesn't get as rough or worn out.
You think I also might have helped with the tornado that ripped through the infield? Which you gotta imagine.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a tornado that hit the speedway a few days ago.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I did not know about that.
Yeah.
I did not know that either.
Yeah.
Still see that Kyle Weatherman is still in 8th.
It's a good car, a better driver. I saw him wiggling a little bit as he entered 1 there, but I think he could be primed to have a good run. I believe he's finished top 10 in the car earlier this season, but I'm not really sure. I don't remember immediately.
I don't really remember that either.
I need to check. He's had it. Well, I just remember he's been running better than the other guy.
That's
Jesse
for sure.
Uji's proudest moment, in my opinion, was when he took out Ty Gibbs at Portland.
Honestly, that was just a bizarre moment overall.
Yeah, I mean, also, yeah, I just checked. Weatherman finished 8th at he finished 8th at New Hampshire in 34 in his last start.
Right,
Barry at the wall, and the 34 almost spun. Oh man, Sheldon Creed makes his way past both of them.
Wait.
And so does Austin Hill, or he's trying to, as they're 3 wide through 3. Weatherman getting loose again, hitting the 8, and that's going to let more cars go by on the bottom. They're losing about 4 spots.
Oh
man!
Boy!
That was quite a wiggle.
Oh,
man.
I think me and MS-17 are both a little behind here, but we're just now seeing it on our end.
Yeah. Well,
that was close.
Yeah.
Way too close.
Uji almost took out Barry there.
It's Weatherman. It's not Uji. I love how we're so predisposed to think that whenever something goes wrong, it's just Uji. I mean, I can tell that 34 is loose.
And now see that Austin Hill is in 9th and Landon Castle 10th.
Yeah.
It's been a tiring week. I can't tell one from the other. Yeah. Just as long as it's the 34.
Yeah. Well, the brothers Sieg are coming up on Kyle Weatherman now.
Oh, yeah.
That's a nice thing.
Surprised that Kyle Sieg is ahead of Ryan.
Yeah, and Kyle Sieg qualified behind Ryan. Well, as you say that, Ryan Sieg makes the pass on his brother.
Yeah, there he goes.
I see Alfredo still in the mix there.
Yep.
Yeah, he is. Honestly, I think Anthony Alfredo is a decent driver, and maybe he could still help build up our motorsports again. He got the pole at Portland earlier this year, even though the final round of qualifying was canceled.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Either way, it still would have been a top 10 start for him.
Exactly. I would love to see Alfredo in a better car. Remember he drove the 21 part-time in 2020. And I remember, if only he could have held up Harrison Burton just a little more at Texas, so I didn't have to live through the pain. That was the Texas. I was out I forget where I was. It might have been in Boston or whatever for something. I was listening to the race via radio, and oh man, I'm like, well, and then hearing the fact that Harrison won out of 4, like, no.
Yeah. That was also the same race where Ryan Vargas got his first top 10.
That's right. Texas is just a weird affair. I was in Connecticut. Now I remember, because it was Texas, and the Camp Cup race got pushed to Wednesday.
Yeah.
I see Landon Castle's in the top 10 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10th. Sheldon Creed in 8th.
I see Dylan Bassett has fallen back to 34th after starting 14th. Which,
oof.
Blaine Perkins hasn't made up any ground, so I guess my 2 cents for maybe he can actually perform. That's gone.
Sam Mayer is now in 19th.
It's moving up. It's a track I think that's a little hard. It's hard to pass on unless your opponent really screws up. It's like it's a video game. Second, third, fourth are all running together. Brandon Jones has 4 top 10 finishes in 5 Michigan, or last 5 Michigan races, or the last 5 races or so. Okay. Justin Allgail's trying to split the middle, but he can't get the car to poke in between.
No parts to our boys, 8th and 9th.
Yeah. Sheldon Creed starting to run a lot better. Well, it's maybe because his luck hasn't been complete crap. Actually, did he have a problem with the last race? I take that back.
I think he got spun out.
That's right. Sammy Smith in 5th. He's 2.4 seconds behind. 2.4 seconds behind. Be 4th place.
Jones.
Yeah. When I think of like that, when Timmy Smith, ARCA East, ARCA, when I think about that lower tier, the first driver I think of is Max Gresham. I don't know if any of you ever heard of him. Commercial break.
I've slightly heard his name.
Only because I've watched Chase Elliott's early NASCAR days. Max Gresham was the 2011 K&N Pro East champion, driving for JGR. When it came up to, he went to Truck Series the next season, but there's like no rides for with KBM. I think at that point, I think it was Joey Coulter or someone. And it wasn't Coulter. The Coulter was 2013. But he got sidelined with Eddie Sharp Racing. I think it was. I mean, which is like the remains of whatever of KHI. And Cale Gale won the race at Homestead, but I mean, Gresham just didn't stand a chance. That's why I feel like I need to see a lot out of the drivers that come out of the JGR development. Because ARCA East is not a great way, or ARCA East is not really the best way to figure out how good a driver is. I mean, if you look back to the years, only one ARCA champion has ever won a NASCAR championship, and that's Benny Parsons. A lot of people coming in chat, which is awesome. At least watching. Hope you're enjoying at least the first part of the race. Oh well, we have 7 drivers who have won a race in the Xfinity Series, and 5, well, excluding Cole Custer, and we have 5 spots left. The question is, do you think like Sheldon Creed or Brandon Brown, or assuming he finds enough rides, has a chance of bypassing the point barrier? We still got 6 races.
Well, I think with Brandon Brown, it's largely dependent on driver rotation with Brandon Built Motorsports.
Yeah, it's like if he can find a ride. You know, I think of how.
I also think.
Sorry.
I also think that Sheldon Creed's only chance to make it into the top 12 is to win.
I believe last I checked, he was 50 points behind. We still have 6 races to go.
Yeah, 50 points behind Ryan Sieg, who's on the cut line.
Let's see. Next Xfinity race is Watkins Glen, correct?
Yes.
Because they're off next weekend for Richmond. Correct.
Right.
I had the schedule wrong in my head for a while. I thought Watkins Glen was next week. I'm glad
it's not. In 2 weeks.
I'm glad it's not, because that means I'll maybe be missing Richmond, which I don't like Richmond at all. It's my second least favorite.
I look forward to Watkins Glen.
Yeah, Kimi Räikkönen, the Iceman.
I know Räikkönen is going to be in the 91. That's going to be interesting to see.
We have a great driver in a competitive car. Which makes it...
Honestly, I know this is going to sound strange, but I think my pick for Watkins Glen might be Daniel Suarez.
Trackhouse and RCR have won all the road courses this year.
Which is surprising. But then again, maybe Tyler Reddick might pull off another win at Watkins Glen.
You're going to try and break the streak of most consecutive road course races in a row one?
Possibly.
Are you familiar with that, though?
It's probably... I don't think that it's Chase Elliott's record, though.
Not. Jeff Gordon won 6 times in a row. He won Watkins Glen in 97. He swept the road courses in 98 and 99. Then he won Sonoma in 2000.
Oh, right.
I think... Man, that level of dominance is nuts, though. On just 2 tracks.
Yeah, well, now there's a lot more diversity, so that makes it a lot harder to be able to attain that.
Yeah. I think, actually, we're back at... I want to get back to this during the commercial, but we are back at the track. We're looking at Ty Gibbs, who's running in 6th, behind Sammy Smith. And Sammy Smith has been catching up. His margin is about 0.6 of a second less than it was before we came back from before the commercial. Meanwhile, Sammy Smith being out. Well, Ty Gibbs is running last of all the JGR cars. Not what I would have expected. Maybe he's been focusing more on his Cup stints.
Well, that depends. To be fair, Gibbs qualified 11th for the Cup race.
Yeah. And closer and closer. I think of drivers entering Cup. Oh, Allgaier's been able to catch up. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, Allgaier's now in 2nd, less than half a second behind Gregson.
Yeah, Allgaier has been incredible the last few races.
Honestly, maybe this could be the year where Allgaier could contend for the championship.
When was the last time an Xfinity veteran won the championship?
Let me think.
I think it was Jeff Green in 2000.
Yeah, probably.
2021, Hemrick. Oh, actually, do you count Hemrick in that?
Maybe.
I don't really consider Hemmer too much of a veteran, just because he did take a year off to running Cup for a little bit, and he only ran part-time in 2020 with Junior Motorsports.
Right. 2020, Cindric, I think that was his second or third year. Reddick won championship in his only full-time seasons. Then was Byron in his first season. Then Suarez in his second season. And then it was Buescher in his second season. Then Elliott in his first season. 2013 was Austin Dillon in his second season. 2012, 2011, Stenhouse in his second and third seasons. 2010 through 2006 were Cup regulars, so I don't count them. 05, 04 was Truex in his first 2 seasons. 03 was Vickers in his first full-time season. 02 Biffle in his second season. 01 Harvick in his second season, and then Jeff Green by that point had been racing full-time at least since 1995. He was Jeff Green. We're back to commercial. Jeff Green was the first driver to drive the 3 car in the Xfinity series after Dale Earnhardt. I don't know if either of you two know that, but he was the last driver to drive the number 3 Goodwrench in the Xfinity car. I'm gonna find a picture of that right now. After that, he drove for Diamond Ridge Motorsports, but the sponsorship for the car ran out, so he couldn't continue. But he moved up to the Cup car, which was sponsored by Cartoon Network at the time. 98, he finished out. He drove the 46 for Sabco, which is sponsored by First Union. Then he returned to the Xfinity Series or Busch Series 99, where he drove the Kleenex car number 32 for Progressive Motorsports, which became PPC Racing next year, and he drove that very classic Nesquik car. Okay, there's your history lesson.
It's hard to believe that you actually could consider Allgaier to essentially be a veteran in this series at this point.
He's been driving in the series.
Yeah.
Well, besides 2 seasons in Cup, I think, or is it 2 or 3? 2.
Yeah.
This is his 12th season in the Xfinity series. He's been driving.
Yeah, hard to believe. And honestly, Allgaier has been seen in a similar vein to Elliott Sadler, which is kind of unfair because there's not a lot of similarities between them. But I think the general consensus was that if he doesn't win the championship this year, then he never will. But the strange thing is that that's kind of been the consensus for the last 5 or 6 years. And he still seems pretty competitive even today.
It's one of the best seasons of his career. He's aging like Harvick did. And hopefully he doesn't age like milk, which is what Harvick has been like the last year. It feels like
last 2 years, honestly.
It's hard.
He had a good season in 2021. He just didn't win. In 2021, It's been slightly worse. He still hasn't won. He's 9th in points right now. Unfortunately, the cutoff is 5th.
Allgaier's already closing in on Gregson for the lead.
We're about to lap Ryan Vargas. Damn, wow, Sammy Smith is charged up to 3rd. Oh my god.
Wow, Sammy Smith already in 3rd?
Yeah. Man.
Yeah, there he is. See it now.
That 18 might be it's probably the fastest car on the track.
And I also see that Sam Mayer is now up to 13th.
Making his way through.
Yeah, Josh Berry in 10th, Mike Snyder P15.
Yep.
Ryan Sieg 14th.
John Nemechek has moved up to 20th after starting I think in the back of the 30.
And Weatherman is still in 16th.
Mm-hmm. He stabilized. Okay, 5 cars a lap down. David Starr, Blaine Perkins, Patrick Emmerling, Matt Mills, Ryan Vargas. Next would be Dylan Bassett. I think I've talked about this before, you guys. When I saw the 77 car qualify at Charlotte, as soon as the car came out, like the engine just started sputtering.
Yeah, I think I remembered seeing that.
They made it back.
Yeah.
Pit road to try again. They went out at the after every other car, and as soon as they went into turn 1, the car just died.
Ooh.
It was not the best moment for that team. Anyway, Bassett a lap down. Next would be Alex LeBay. Wow, he's having a really crappy day, and LeBay just got lapped. Man, that sucks. Let's see. Gregson and Michigan. 2017 Truck 7th. 2018 Trucks 4th. Xfinity Series 2019 2nd. Xfinity Series 2021 3rd.
Right, I think the Xfinity cars didn't run at Michigan in 2020.
Correct, they ran at Road America instead.
Oh, right.
It was, yeah. The Cup doubleheader at Michigan and the Xfinity at Road America. You know, I forgot, like, some of the doubleheaders that they had run. Like, Xfinity doubleheaders, I forgot they ran twice at Dover in 2020. Like, I was going through the all races page on Racing Reference, where you can look up all the races for a whole year.
Twice at Homestead, twice at Kentucky.
That's where Cindric got his first. No, it was not his first win. His first win of the season. Where else? Anyway, Gregson coming home to green and checkered. He wins stage 1. Allgaier 2nd. Sammy Smith 3rd. A.J. Allmendinger 4th. Ty Gibbs 5th. Brandon Jones in 6th. 7th goes to Daniel Hemrick. 8th to Austin Hill. 9th to Landon Castle. And 10th to Josh Berry. Yo, man. Alex LeBay will get that free pass. Like, what are the best finishes at Michigan that you can remember?
Possibly that one in the early 90s with Dale Jarrett and Davey Allison, or
yeah,
because I think Dale Jarrett was driving the Wood Brothers car, so it definitely had to be against Davey Allison. I think that was Jarrett's first Cup win in 1991.
Yeah, I believe that was career win number 195, number 95 for the Wood Brothers. 96 was Morgan Shepherd winning Atlanta in 93. 97 was Elliott Sadler winning at Bristol in 01. 98 was Daytona 500 with 2011 Trevor Bayne. And 99 was Blaney at Pocono in 2017. Eventually, maybe they'll get their first win. Harrison Burton coming in 3rd at the Indy Road Course made that possibly more certain.
Honestly, if Harrison Burton were to win, it probably is going to be at Daytona.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like that way for all the teams, unless you're good, unless you're a high profile team.
Yeah.
When I think about some of the good Xfinity finishes, the one that comes to mind for me is 2017, which is Hamlin v. Byron, and it's the closest finish in Michigan Speedway's NASCAR history.
So as far as some more discernible moments, there was that one race in 2006 where something was involved with Dale Jr., Carl Edwards, and I think Robbie Gordon.
That's correct. I forgot about that one. I think one of them wrecked Carl Edwards, and I think Jr. got the win.
Yeah, it was Junior got into the back of Edwards. Edwards spins. I think that took out Robbie Gordon, and then Edwards retaliated against Junior after the checkered flag and slammed into the left side of his car.
It was not a good year for Carl Edwards overall. He finished 12th in the point standings after coming in 3rd the previous year. That was, of course, that's for Cup. I mean, Busch Series, obviously, it's different, but yeah. Another one that comes to mind for me is 01. That was Jeff Gordon versus Ricky Rudd. I think Ricky Rudd could have won that race if he pulled the move. He pulled on lap 199 on lap 200, but it was he went to the inside and just soared around him to take the lead at the white flag. He should have done it with 1 to go to get the win. But that win ended up being Rick Hendrick's 100th victory as a car owner in 01. 20 years later, we're almost at 300. Hendrick Motorsports is 12 wins away from 300.
Wow.
I know, it's crazy. Think what else? Oh, 2009 at Michigan. That was, yeah, Mark Martin with the fuel mileage. All I can remember from that one is when Alan got him cheering over the radio, and then Mark going, "Ha ha!"
Yeah, that was Mark Martin's last win in the Cup Series.
Oh, was it? That was his 38th. He won at Chicago and in New Hampshire later that year.
Wait. Oh, wait, yeah. I mean, I thought that was his last win. Because I know that he won 5 times, and those would be his last set of wins in the Cup Series. But, yeah, I guess, New Hampshire was his last win.
Yeah. And pit stops are going off. Let's see who gets that car all prepped up for the next stint first. Allgaier out with a 14.6 pit stop. Sammy Smith pulled out in front of him. So he's already lost 1 spot on pit road. Noah Gragson with a 14.3. Allmendinger the 14.0. Gregson wins the race on pit road. It's going to be Gregson, Sammy Smith, Gregson, Allmendinger, Smith, Allgaier, Austin Hill, Hemrick, Gibbs, Kessel, Mayer, Jones. Mayer to P9. He gained 4 spots on pit road, whereas Brennan Jones lost 4. Another good one was Austin Hill, who gained 3 spots on pit road.
Yes, Sam Mayer is now in the top 10, and Austin Hill is in the top 5.
Mm-hmm. Well, several cars stayed out. I wonder if that is just the ones that were put a lap down, or if it's any of the drivers that or just drivers that are playing different strategy. Anyway, I need to check my chat.
Honestly, it's still a bit hard to play a reverse strategy because your tires can only last so long on the track.
Yeah, but I think for Michigan, I think the bigger question is fuel mileage.
That's another one.
It's always the bigger tracks where you see like Pocono and Michigan, I think, are the ones that come to mind for fuel specifically.
The only problem is, when was the last time we had one of those fuel mileage situations really come into play?
Last year at Pocono. Kyle Busch won on fuel mileage.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, the Hamlin fans were not...
But honestly, there really just haven't been many moments of, like, a car running out of fuel on the track on, like, the last lap and someone else getting around them to win.
I think that's a consequence of stage racing more than anything. The way it divides the race up.
Well, honestly, the last time that happened was the 2017 Coca-Cola 600.
Austin Dillon, right. But, now I remember. I've been getting into playing some, I have a local GameStop I go to, so I've been buying a lot of old games. I probably should go and buy one more to celebrate the end of the year. But, the one I'm playing now, have any of you played SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom?
I think I played it once before.
Yeah, kind of same here. I definitely know about it.
It's like SpongeBob was one of the few game series where you have a licensed video game that's great. Thank you to THQ and Heavy Iron Studios for doing so well with it.
Even though THQ has gone bankrupt.
Yeah. Man. That and the SpongeBob SquarePants movie game. Oh, it's so good.
So, kind of going back onto the subject of racing, I think there's definitely a rumor that seems very prominent that Jeffrey Earnhardt could drive the 3 car again for the Xfinity race at Daytona.
Oh, please, that would be awesome. Oh, that would.
I think it would be more. I think it would be more awesome if they got Larry Mack to be the crew chief again.
Yeah. Also. Wow, the skew, the camber on Dinger's tires. I mean, I don't know if you're going to see that. The right front looks really skewed outwards.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know. I hope that's intentional and not a loose wheel.
I hope it isn't.
And it's good to see it get raced again, though, after last week.
Yeah.
That was brutal.
Yeah, that was. That's why you gotta have a fully operational cooling suit.
Yeah. I'll always remember Clint Boyer talking about like the fried eggs analogy.
Oh yeah.
I wonder. You think Clint Boyer will be back next year? I mean, I don't know how much. Obviously, after the disaster that happened right before Sonoma.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I think he'll probably be back. I'm sure that this issue could be resolved before the start of next season.
Right, and like, it's not his fault. Like, you can't.
Yeah, just like the thing with Tony Stewart.
Yeah, yeah. So there is no way you can expect someone to walk in front of your car. All right. Anyway, enough about death. The pace car pulling off pit road. Time to start the next 30-lap stint. At least I think it's a 30-lap stint. Stage 2 at Michigan.
Also see John Hunter Nemechek in 14th.
Yeah, he's been able to make his way back up rather well. Ooh, they're spreading out.
Honestly, Nemechek has really starting to been making a lot of questionable moves in the trucks as of late. In the last race of IRP.
I cannot believe he spun out Taylor Gray. Like,
the thing is, I don't even like Taylor Gray, but I'll admit that move was uncalled for.
Exactly. It was going to be Taylor Gray's. Gregson shooting along the inside. Wow!
Oh,
how did he rocket past like that? I think he's going to lead at the line. Or maybe that was Dinger. Man, they're wide at the front. Holy shoot! Here comes Sammy Smith giving a boost to Allgaier. Oh my God, this is great racing. And Sammy Smith,
Allgaier on the outside, and Allgaier to the lead.
Yeah, man, that is some good stuff. Sammy
Smith
third place.
Gibbs right behind him.
Then it's Stinger, Gregson, Hemrick, Hill, Jones, Castle, Herbst for your top 10. Oh, wait.
Yes, Sammy Smith definitely could be in a prime position now. And I think, what is this? And also, what is this? Is this Sammy Smith's third start of the year?
This is his third start, yes. I don't know. Which riders have won in their third start in the Xfinity Series, excluding, like, the first 3 races ever? Didn't Blaney do it? Or is that... No, that was Truck Series.
I can't really think of that right now.
Right.
Yeah, back to the thing with Nemechek. It's like, I'm not a fan of Taylor Gray, but Nemechek didn't have to dump him like that.
I lost respect for Nemechek.
At IRP.
Like,
well, I mean, he's raced as like an ass like 3 times in a row this season, so that respect went up then as well.
Yeah.
And the fact that Grant Enfinger won that truck race at IRP was probably not as shocking as everything else.
It's good to see him win again, but it completely uproots my playoff predictions for the Truck Series.
Yeah.
Because he was going to be one of the first ones eliminated.
But at the same time, you also have to think, if that could happen, just think about what if the Xfinity playoffs begin and if Daniel Hemrick did the same thing.
I hope he does.
I don't
want him to just be a one-hit wonder in this series.
I mean, it'd be a good race to one-hit wonder.
Well, the problem is the first race in the Xfinity playoffs is Texas.
Yeah, at least we get it out of the way. Caution is out.
Yeah,
I see CJ McLaughlin because of the Psyops car. That's Matt Mills smashing to the side of the wall on the back stretch.
Crap, I can't see it yet.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it doesn't look pretty.
That
car is smacked.
That is... I think that's another hard hit that Mills has taken. I think he's taken several hard hits this year.
I think that's the second race that Mills has been in the 78 instead of the 5.
I don't know why they swapped Williams and I mentioned this earlier. I don't know why they swapped Williams and
I don't get it either.
Both.
But that's kind of how BJ McLeod Motorsports is.
Anyway, I think there might have been a third car involved, but I'm not sure. Oh. Okay, McLaughlin smacked the wall. Oh my. Where did the 78 come in? Okay, no, one of the cars that I thought was involved. Yeah, that's a hard hit for the 38. But what happened? Oh, wait. What are you doing? Matt Mill spun out on his own? Oh, come on.
Yeah, and the fact that he spun right in front, that McLaughlin spun in front of two other cars without getting hit by them, and that's definitely very scary.
The other car that went down to avoid was the 5, Josh Williams.
Oh, isn't that a little ironic?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Blue Emu, the official pain relief cream of NASCAR.
I actually have some Blue Emu myself.
I'm like, what's next? Like, the official geriatric care of NASCAR? I mean...
AARP. Used to be a Jeff Gordon sponsor.
That is true. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. But for every reason, that reminded me of some cursed paint schemes I came across. J.J. Yaley in the number 18 Home Depot car.
Oh yeah, that was a Busch Series car, and I think the road course in Mexico City in 2005.
Yes, the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. Hopefully, if there are any Mexican people in there, I hope I didn't butcher the pronunciation. Now, another thing I saw was like another Home Depot-esque car for Yaley, but the 18 was skewed forward.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it because it literally made me uncomfortable to look at. Like,
so not Rowdy Burns, but Russ Wheeler font essentially. The 18 is skewed forward.
It's not pleasant to look at. It's not that font. It's just the fact that it's leaning forward. I'm putting it in general. Do you see that? That makes me uncomfortable to look at.
Oh, yeah.
I don't usually...
I think that whole scheme in general just looks really odd.
Just the number alone, it hurts me to look at.
Especially with the green in there, because it looks like they're trying to merge the Home Depot car with the Interstate Batteries car or something.
Oh, God. Yeah,
it's making it worse.
Oh, Speedy.
Now I can't unsee that.
But now, something else I wanted to talk about was the announcement of that new Cup Series team that's apparently called Three Friends Racing, which is apparently the team owners are based out of Germany.
Yeah.
Apparently they're trying to, what is it, the 30 car, and they're trying to also revive the 44 from NY Racing.
Well, I think the rumor is that they bought their assets. Sucks for Biffle.
Apparently, they plan to start their first race at the Roval, and the driver they want to get for that is Earl Bamber.
And
apparently, for the other races, they want to get Justin Allgaier.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm still skeptical about this, but this is coming from a person who actually does like to see the idea of a team from Germany try to make its way into the sport, because I think that could be a way to help kind of expand some interest in that area of the world.
Are there any, besides Mick Schumacher, are there any German drivers in F1 right now? Well, Van Vettel, but
I don't really know about that.
Yeah, there's Vettel and there's Mick Schumacher, but Vettel's retiring this year, which still hurts my soul.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I saw a video of Vettel. He was DJing at a Rolling Stones concert a few days ago.
Honestly, this sounds a little strange, but what if Sebastian Vettel tried to make a start with Trackhouse in their number 91 car?
I would dance naked if that happened. Not on camera, though.
Either that, or what if SRX tried to get him to drive a race for them next year?
Oh, yes, please. That reminds me. I think, Donald Hawk, the CEO, that I think revealed that Al Unser Jr. had contacted them wanting to drive next season.
Really?
Drew, I just looked it up, and Vettel and Schumacher are the only German drivers currently competing in F1 right now.
Yeah, just checking. There haven't been a ton of German drivers. Michael Schumacher, maybe Wolfgang von Trips, but he died in 1960.
Stefan Bellof.
Well, I'm trying to think of...
Or Bella.
Stefan Belloc. Was Heinz Harald Frentzen
Kling, Hans Hermann.
I'm trying to think of also the winners. Was Heinz Harald Frentzen German?
Don't know.
Is that or Austrian?
I don't know.
It's great. It's like I'm pulling out my memory. I'm just like straining my memory banks right here. I've spent
Heinz Frentzen was German actually.
Yeah, I spent like so many months trying to overload my mind with info on IndyCar and F1. Yay! I'm nerding out. It's fun for me, and I find out stuff. Like I gotta tell you the story of Andrea Moda, the worst F1 team ever. It's like if you think it's the most extreme case of a team trying to fuck over one of their drivers instead of another one. It's like I can't wait to tell you. It's like the difference between their qualifying laps at Monaco was 17 minutes. That's how bad it was. Okay. Anyway, Jesus Christ, they bump off each other as they go back to green. Oh, Sheldon Creed pulling out on the inside to get past Riley Herbst, and that's going to hold up that middle line a bit. Oh, 3 wide. Gibbs on the bottom. Allgaier on the inside. He surges past. Sammy Smith moving up on the outside. He'll pass his teammate.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay, the 11th.
Ooh. And Allgaier surges back to the lead.
Exactly, yeah.
And Sammy Smith the second.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Austin Hill falling back a little bit. Nemechek now up to 10th.
9th now. What I've noticed with that NBC started doing is that they've folded back the scoring pillar on the screen to allow better visibility.
And they only show the numbers and the intervals between each car.
Yeah. Why do they show us the speed? It's useless for us. Unless it's just the last lap speed, which then that's a good indicator. But it's something I hate what Fox does when they show the speed at a given time. It's like, that doesn't mean anything, because you could be somewhere else and going through a turn, and that's going to screw it, and that doesn't mean anything. But when you have something like that, where it's just the last lap speed, it's much better.
Also, Sam Mayer now in 7th behind Gregson. But yes, Sammy Smith now within about 0.17 seconds of Allgaier.
Fastest car last lap. Oh, here he's closing right up to the back bumper.
Oh.
Wow. This guy just now we can finally see
there he is.
Sammy Smith is the real deal.
Yeah, honestly, Sammy Smith could be on par with the likes of Ty Gibbs, but not entirely the same.
Yeah, Ty Gibbs might be the next generational talent. Could be. I don't consider nothing certain. And frankly, I think even if he were to go have in his rookie season, it wouldn't be that great. Because because it's not like 1999 and from 2000 to 2006 where the rookies were great. Obviously, it's so much harder to compete. I would expect Ty Gibbs to have it not as great a season as people might expect. I mean, look at Briscoe.
Just shows you how hard it is to compete in the Cup Series.
Yeah, when I think of just, for example, Mike Skinner was the Rookie of the Year in 1999. He finished 30th in points. 1997, excuse me. But then he went to 20th, and then 21st or 20th, and then he finished 9th and finished top 10 in points in to 1999. So... when you think of it like Matt Kenseth, he was Rookie of the Year, he finished 14th in points. He also won a race, but... Even Kenny Irwin Jr., he finished 29th in points. Okay, I'm sending it over to Dave.
Well, I do see that Hearst is in 10th now. Hemrick 9th, Castle's 8th.
Yep.
All three of them are making their way up there.
Yep, the driver's running in the back of the playoff grid. They definitely need to earn the points to boost.
Sammy Smith's really close to Allgaier, though.
Yeah, he's been like this the last few laps, seeing how you can push it to get that lead. But Allgaier, the seasoned veteran versus the tenacious rookie.
Yeah, here he is. He's right on the back bumper out of turn 2.
Here he is. He's getting right up on him.
Wonder how Kayla on Twitter is going to be with this, considering her favorite driver was Michael Annett. So, Pilot Flying J. Honestly, it never won a lot, but the paint scheme was always awesome. I can like.
It'd be nice to see.
Honestly, I still wonder what Michael Annett is up to, and if he were to come back. If he were to come back, what races could he run in the 88 car for JRM? Because I imagine that's probably what he's going to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Has Allgaier won at Michigan before?
I don't believe he has.
I'm going to check that real quick. I should also update my view count. I've had a lot of viewers in chat for a while, so I want to check that. 149. I was hoping for 200, and we're not even halfway through. So that's rad.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bail after stage 2 because I'm still behind here.
Yeah, I get it.
Fine.
But it was fine sitting in with y'all for a few minutes and talking about stuff.
I like having you two here because it feels like David Starr spinning towards the inside.
What else is Joe?
Barely missed a huge collision. Oh man. Okay, the right rear fender's busted a bit. Oh man.
Ooh.
Yeah. That was close.
At least he kept it off the wall though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Came to a stop right in front of the inside wall.
Yeah.
He's definitely got some damage, though.
Yeah, I can see it sticking out like a mole on a butt cheek. I lost my train of thought. Right now, I remembered what I like when I have someone like you guys versus someone like Owl or Steve. It's hard. I feel like our flow is a lot better when we're discussing the race and stuff.
Yeah.
We don't.
Plus, we don't talk about those two again.
Yeah. I guess. For those who are wondering, don't. They're idiots. Oh yeah. And one of them's a pedophile, which is a lot worse. So.
Ew.
I'm lost here.
Didn't Steve? No, Steve was trying to solicit. I'm gonna end it there because.
Yeah. Let's not go there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And immediately, when that was discovered, cut ties with him, and we're not talking about that.
I didn't like him. I never liked him, but that just makes it 10 times worse. You know what? I have to bring this up though. It's why it seems like this is a trend within the NASCAR community. And the sad this is not the first time I've known someone with this. This is the third time. Way back in 2020, I was friends with Cube, and that made me disgusted when I found out what happened with him.
Oh yeah, I remember him, even though I don't want to.
What makes it worse? The person that he was doing it with, they turn out to be a pedophile. They turn out the same way. That was Harrison's partner, which I don't understand why. And when you consider the other high-profile people, it's like, why is it this community that has the anyway?
Look, I know that there are people who want to spread around rumors that I'm the next person to get exposed for that, but here's the thing. I am not like those people.
Actions
exactly. That's right.
It would seem very obvious that I would be, considering considering some of the things that I've done, and it's like they want to use the things that I create as sort of like circumstantial evidence.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I don't stalk people. I don't have any malicious intent. I don't use my content to bother anybody, and I've never sent any explicit DMs to anyone.
Exactly. That's that. Yeah. Exactly. No, I never forget that. Like, the one thing you can always hold on to, your innocence and the fact that you won't. Well, it's really just the innocence.
Yeah.
Anyway, pit stops are going off. I don't see the 9 on pit road, which means he's staying out to the end of the stage. So yeah, it's a strategy play. I guess. Are you going for the stage points, or are you going for the win? Allgaier, Sammy Smith, Ty Gibbs are all on pit road. Wait, is that the 9? No, it's not the 9.
No, it's not him.
All right. Ty Gibbs winning the race off pit road. Gibbs, Chandler Smith, no, Sammy Smith. Austin Hill gaining 6 spots in pit road. Allgaier down 3. Herbst, Mayer, Jones, Nemechek, Creed, and then whatever cars behind him, Jeb Burton.
And before we hit the end of stage 2 here, I just want to say that I am amazed that Bubba Wallace managed to get his first cup pole today at Michigan.
I'm happy. I mentioned this is the first. I mentioned this in Discord. The first time an African American has won the pole since Wendell Scott at Savannah Speedway in 1962, 60 years ago. Man.
I swear to God, 2311. If that's not proof that they're moving up, then I don't know what is.
I mean, they got Reddick coming along in.
Yeah, and this is after the fact that Bubba got his first top 5 on a road course last week.
Yep.
Man, like, that top 5 was just bonkers. I mean, you had Reddick winning, which I'm not completely shocked at, given how he won Road America. Then you got Cindric second, Burton third, Gilliland fourth. Oh, that's a great day for the Rook. Like, I met Todd Gilliland at Charlotte. I have a hat signed by him. Actually, I have 2. One of them was signed by Gilliland and Bob Pockris. He just seemed so happy just to be racing in Cup. I remember I asked him if he could. I think I asked him if, like, you think he could beat McDowell? Like, well, are you kidding me? He qualified top 10. He didn't, but Gilliland finished top 20 with it. He was just slow, but he was just so happy just to be there. I just wonder how he felt when he finished 4th.
Honestly, I wonder how Buescher felt after finishing 10th after that incident that he had in the race.
Yeah.
Talk about the recovery. I mean, damn.
It reminds me when Christopher Bell at Pocono in 2016 in the Truck Series crashed early. Then he got 5 free passes and finished 10th on the lead lap.
Whoa. Yeah. I don't quite remember that, but yeah, that's pretty crazy,
the race
too.
Is not on YouTube anymore because that one particular one was copyright stricken down. I think it might be like one of the few races from that Truck Series season that's not there, which kind of sucks because that was the race where William Byron broke the Truck Series rookie record for wins when he won his 5th race of the season. Anyway, 2016 Pocono 150. I just want to verify. I'm pretty sure that's how it went. Wait. Oh, it is. Oh, it was re-uploaded by P Winger. Yeah, now we can watch it again. Let's see. Free pass. 4. Like the last. Oh, the last fun. Great. Yeah, great. The longest green lap stint in that race was 6 laps. That's pathetic.
Oh my goodness. That sounds like one of my league races.
27 laps under caution and a truck race at Pocono. That's 27 out of 60 laps spent under caution. That was the year.
Sorry. And that was the year before stage racing too.
45% of the race under caution. But this was the year they had the caution clock, which is horrendous in its own right. But yeah.
For God's sakes.
Let's see. Okay, he had alright. Bell accident on lap 17 when he crashed with John West Townley. Then caution for the Brad Keselowski racing truck, which is Reddick and Hemrick. Then for Austin Wayne Self. Then again for I think Jordan Anderson and Ben Rhodes. Then again for Brandon Brown, and the last one for Spencer Gallagher. Oh, God.
Hemrick restarted on the outside. Let's see how this goes.
He's on the inside. No, wait. Oh, no, never mind. I'm looking at the wrong row. And I mistook 10 for a lot. Apparently, I'm blind.
Yeah,
I mistook a 0 for a 1.
It's all good. He's starting next to Ryan Sieg, it looks like.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Wait a minute. What? Wait.
Dakenheimer, he's restarting in 6th next to Ryan Sieg in 5th.
2 laps to the end of the stage. We'll see if Weatherman can bring home some stage points for for Jim. Great. I just gonna start calling Jesse Wuji Jim because Jesse Wuji Motorsports. Jim Wuji. No, just call him Jim. No. You remember Asian Jim? You remember Asian Jim from The Office? Well, this is Black Jim.
Oh my god.
No, I'm not racist, I swear.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Also, Maya Snyder, Anthony Alfredo, and Kaz Gralla in the top 10.
2 laps to go. Here we go. To say end of stage 2. We got 2 calling cars on the front row for this restart. Gregson, Allmendinger, and Josh Berry to Castle as they go through 1 and 2. Dinger surging behind. Oh, Dinger getting loose. Here comes Castle on the inside. Is he going to get past him? Uncertain right now because it's hard to tell from the head-on. But no, Dinger's recovered from that loose condition.
Cancel.
Dinger
Come
back.
on, Landon.
Dinger makes it back around. Here comes Gregson trying to serve on the inside. Oh, Castle moves up to block.
Restart.
But Gregson comes back down on the inside as Dinger's out there on his own. White flag for the stage. 3 wide for second through as they enter 1. Gregson swerves up to take away that second spot for those 9 stage points.
This is a good race in here, damn.
It is, man. Ty Gibbs has already made it back up to the top 10. He's in the 10th position. Sammy Smith in 12th. Allgaier in 15th. Weatherman up to 8th. Kaz Gralla in 7th. Underdogs driving for... Just need to get those teams some points. Here comes Gregson on the inside of Dinger as they go to 3 and 4. Gregson's got the inside. He's going to get the 16 a little loose. Here he comes to the line. It's going to be a photo finish. Who's going to win the stage? It's the 9 of Noah Gregson winning stage 2.
Wow.
I'm seeing it right now. And Gregson gets it.
That was awesome.
Josh Berry 3rd, Castle 4th, and Ryan Sieg 5th.
Then it's Alfredo, Gralla, Mike Snyder, Ty Gibbs, Austin Hill, your top 10 for the end of the stage. Sorry, Dave, what were you saying?
I saw where Castle was trying to hold Gregson behind him, but just wasn't able to fully block him.
I mean, Gregson had the speed on the outside. Castle didn't.
Dude, Gregson has a killer car today.
Yeah, it's like the 9, Oh, and I didn't even see that. The 39 bumped Hemrick out. Hemrick, where did Hemrick finish 20th that stage?
Oh, boy.
I don't know if that was intentional, but yeah, that's kind of been happening a few times in this race.
Yeah. Weatherman fell back to 12th at the end.
Oh!
Yeah, that was...
At least he was able to hold on to it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he just didn't clear himself or what, but yeah, they definitely made contact there.
Right. All right. Dave, did you need to go at the end of stage 2?
Yeah, well, it was great hanging with you guys, and hope you all enjoyed the rest of the race.
Yeah, it was nice having you here.
Right.
Peace out, guys.
Peace out, Dave.
All right.
I'm going to be right back. I just need to fill up my water.
It's now the 3rd time this year that Gregson has won the first 2 stages of the race. There was Vegas, Darlington, and now Michigan.
Sorry, what'd you say? I just came back from getting my water.
I was just saying, this is the 3rd time this year that Gregson has won the first 2 stages of the race. Vegas, Darlington, and now Michigan.
Right. He did not win any of those. Vegas was Gibbs, Darlington was Allgaier. Right. Man, this race is getting me on. Well.
And this is now the 24th stage win for Junior Motorsports this year.
How many times have they swept the stages in a race? Like their cars.
Let's see, one. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Damn.
I have a custom printed schedule that I made where I keep track of the records, so that's how I'm able to tabulate that.
I mean, that's just incredible. When your team, like 10 races they swept the stages. This is race 21 of the Xfinity series. That's just nuts.
So that's almost half of the races this year.
Yeah, yes. Half would be 16 and 16/17.
But yeah, now obviously, while Ty Gibbs has the most amount of wins, the second most amount of wins is actually now a tie between Allmendinger, Allgaier, and Gregson, with 3 wins each.
Unless someone gets some lucky bloop wins or whatever, they're gonna. I think that probably is gonna be the final 4. Well, maybe not. Josh Berry might stand a chance at Martinsville.
Josh Berry probably could start lighting things up in the postseason. You never know.
I think JRM has just been great. Okay, why does that picker guy look like Paul Tracy? Right down to the white. I mean, you see what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I just saw that.
I recently was watching some old videos from Champ Car. He and Alex Tagliani once got into a fist fight.
Ooh.
Tagliani has a high voice, so it is kind of funny to watch and like, why you wreck me or what? And then they just got, and then whatever channel was I don't even know what type of TV deal Champ Car had, but they caught away as soon as they started because it wasn't good. Josh Berry with a horrendous pit stop, a 17.7. Noah Gregson a 13.1 and Dinger a 13.9. A car got out ahead of them.
Oh.
Or not. Gralla.
Josh Berry's still on pit road. They got to do some work on the back of his car.
Oh, okay. Oh, Clements.
Kaz Gralla comes out 3rd, Castle 4th, Alfredo, Hemrick, Snyder, Weatherman, and Ryan Vargas came out 9th in that stop.
Yeah, so keep in mind, there were a good amount of cars that pitted before the caution.
Yeah, so the drivers that pitted before will come out in front when they go back green.
Yes, actually, rather I should have said the stage caution, but yes. So yeah, this stage is going to be 65 laps long. So maybe we'll see that fuel mileage come into play, seeing when drivers make their pit stops, trying to.
Honestly, I think they probably are going to split the stage in half and probably pit with around 30 to 32 laps to go in the stage. Probably around 32 to go is probably when they're going to come close to that.
Right.
Because usually that kind of strategy is really the only thing that really works. Splitting the stage into thirds doesn't quite go as well.
I mean, you're stuck with an extra pit stop, so yeah.
Yeah, that's a pro. That can definitely throw things off.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to remember what I was thinking about. Looking on Twitter, Dale Jr. do the play-by-play. When he did the play-by-play for the Talladega race last year, or Xfinity Talladega, he talked about on the Dale Jr. download all the mistakes that he had made, and they had recorded some stuff. I'm trying to remember. I gotta find it. But one of the things he messed up, because he had noted that when someone like Ken Squire used to talk about this, he mentioned how the mileage, which kind of nails down just how long they're running for. You know, like 60 laps. That means they've gone 120 miles already. I gotta find it. So I gotta find a specific thing when he's talking about Talladega. I think he got it. He got it off by a factor of 10. I'm just gonna. I found it, so I'm gonna play it in my microphone.
First major mistake. Let's hear the next
one. Completing lap 8, 53 miles into this race. Now, I mean, I like math, and I'm pretty sure that 2.66 times 8 does not equal 53. I believe the correct would be... What is the correct? Great. Now I'm having the brain part. I believe that would be 21.3 miles. Anyway, I think next time around, they're going to be going back to green.
Oh, Barry got busted for speeding on pit road.
He was already like the last one on, so it barely matters. I mean, you know. But yeah, it still sucks.
Yeah.
All right. 13 drivers stayed out the last time. All right, we're gonna restart on lap 67. That would be 59 laps to go. Here we go. Last stage. Ty Gibbs, Sammy Smith on the front row. Sammy Smith, not as great a restart. His teammate fading back. The only driver who could really have helped him. Austin Hill pushing up Ty Gibbs to the lead. But now somebody get past him so I don't have to deal with a freaking another Ty Gibbs victory. Oh, good. Look, 7 trying to make up time. A good push of 21. Here goes Austin Hill. Ty Gibbs, bobbing, weaving to block. And there's Sam Mayer. He's made it for the top 5. Oh, Sammy Smith falling back.
And now Austin Hill trying to get straight behind Ty Gibbs.
Yeah. Love the bobbing and weaving. 2 youngsters, Sammy Smith and Sam. The 2 Sams are battling each other.
Mayer now up to 4th. Allgaier 3rd behind Hill. Looks like he's going to try and go for 2nd.
Yeah, I think Allgaier definitely has the car to do it.
But now Mayer is in the top 5, so he's definitely shown a lot of progression in getting towards the front.
Yeah, so his qualifying lap was probably just a snafu because he was 3rd in practice. Finally showing the speed.
Yeah, he definitely shows he's definitely got a lot of good speed in his car. It's just he needs to have something go right exactly the way he needs it to in order to be able to win something.
Kind of like Bubba, or kind of like Reddick. Remember, when Reddick ran for JRM, he only won twice.
Yeah.
It was like the first and last race of the year, bookends, as it were. Ooh, man.
Really strange way of how that went.
And then he went over to RCR and started doing far better, so... maybe he just needed Randall Burnett.
Yeah, probably.
And as you said, Aaron, now we can see Allgaier getting closer to 2nd spot while Ty Gibbs is just running away. Sammy Smith got back past Sam Mayer, back to 4th.
Yeah.
It's a cool paint scheme that Mayer has. I like that.
Again, even though isn't that a crypto sponsor that he has?
I have no idea. It's BusDX.
I think BusDX was listed as a crypto-esque sponsor.
All right, it's a rewards token. Wonderful. Oh man, Sammy Smith challenging for third.
Sammy Smith now trying to go for third, but Allgaier's still trying to hang on to it.
He's got that better line as he goes through. Oh, is that a flat tire on the one?
Oh no! Oh, yeah. Now I just saw that. That is
problem.
Left front. No.
Aubrey will not be a happy person.
Come on!
Why? He just made his way at the top 5, and now he's got a tire going down.
Oh, come on!
He's still in 5th. I mean, he's still
come
going.
on, man! Get to pit road. Don't. Oh, still can't get down to the kiss. Still can't get down low enough to get onto pit road.
Got past him. Yeah. He's having problems. Like he can't really get down. He's having trouble getting down to the bottom. What happened? Was it the contact? Wow. That's what tore it down?
Oh, he got into the right rear corner of Sammy Smith, and that's what caused the damage.
That's just like an odd way for the tire to go down or start on.
Yeah, I mean, again, these are composite bodies, so obviously it's not directly cutting into the tire as if it happened anyway. If it happened with an old metal body, it probably would have cut the tire down pretty quick.
Also, I just noticed the camber on Smear's right front looks the same as Dinger's.
It's a little bit similar.
Yeah.
But it's not like slanted as much.
Yeah.
Now Allgaier's getting closer to Austin Hill to try and take second.
Oh, here comes Allgaier.
Yeah, Allgaier already getting closer to Hill. And it looks like he's underneath him. And there he goes. Allgaier to second.
Not just yet. They still got to go 1 and 2. And it looks like, okay, there he goes. He was able to get in front.
Yeah, there he is. Now he's the leader.
Yes. Next time we come around, it'll be 50 laps to go. 5.
Gibbs is out by 2 seconds over Allgaier, so let's see how quickly he can try and make up that long ground.
See if he can
try and get to Gibbs.
There. Dinger and Gregson, the 2 leaders, when they pitted, are up to 7th and 8th. They're about 5 seconds behind. All right, looks like Samir was put back out on the track a lap down. He is not in the free pass.
Yeah.
Pardon me, can't help but laugh. Aubrey as a big Sam Mayer fan, he just put a gif of Squidward slamming his face into the cash register at the Krusty Krab. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. Also, sorry if I've been neglecting chat. I just had a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. But yeah, in case you don't know, one other person who's been a close follower of mine named Kettle Run Railfan, he is pretty much our resident Sam Mayer fan, and obviously he's been pretty upset by what happened to him.
And combined with me, we're basically like the two NASCAR historians of our group. In a way.
To be fair, Kettle Run Railfan also has some pretty good knowledge about other stuff too.
Yeah, his is more on, I think, on the more grassroots type. My knowledge spreads as to multiple motorsports. Nemechek up to 11th, I see now. Brandon Brown up to 12th. Dinger and Gregson have gotten past Herbst, so now that they're 6th and 7th, about 5.5 seconds behind the leader. Allgaier's gap is not tripled yet.
Landon Castle in 9th and Sheldon Creed 10th. Mm-hmm. And now we have Sammy Smith trying to challenge Austin Hill for 3rd. It looks like he's going to try and get that spot.
Yeah. And while we're in commercial, I have a funny thing to talk about. Aaron, have you ever seen Fight Club?
No, I've heard of it.
There's a scene where a stunt double tumbles down a staircase. They shot the scene 12 times. They used the first take. I told my dad and he just started laughing. Because it's fun. It is funny, I think. And sad in a way. It's like
pretty excessive to do that many times and just end up using the first take.
Yeah. Actually, no. Ever seen The Terminator?
Again, heard of it. Never seen it.
So The Terminator is like this. Is played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's this giant robot killer. The original first pick to be the Terminator was going to be O.J. Simpson, but they decided.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
They decided against it because he was too nice to be a cold-blooded killer. That did not age well.
Yeah, that really did not age well. Kind of like with the idea where Blockbuster wanted to buy Netflix back in the early days of when it was just starting out.
No, I think it was offered to buy and they didn't buy it.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
Yeah, it was like I learned like the movie trivia from a channel called Alan Tsai on YouTube.
Yeah, I've heard of that channel. It's been recommended pretty heavily on YouTube recently.
It's a great channel. He goes into like different movie tidbits about stuff and this is like stuff like, I mean, you've heard about like A113 of Pixar movies or whatever, but it goes more interesting types of trivia. So
yeah. Kind of like how the random fact that in Toy Story 4, the dialogue for Mr. Potato Head was used from different spliced audio recordings of the late Don Rickles because Rickles passed away before they were able to record any new lines for his character.
A similar deal with Doc Hudson in Cars for Cars 3.
Yeah, even though Paul Newman was already dead for 8 years, they used recordings of him for scenes that weren't in the original movie but were recorded, as well as interactions that Newman had in between different scenes.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously, did you know that Paul Newman was a racer?
Yeah, I know that. I didn't remember that.
I believe he won.
I think that's kind of because he also starred in a movie in the 1960s called Indianapolis, which was about IndyCar, but also featured some stock car racing as well. But I think it's more like in relation to like the USAC stock cars.
In 1979, he won the 24 Hours of Le Mans in his class.
Yeah, he did compete in that. In the late 90s, I think, he drove in a team that was also had Mark Martin as one of his co-drivers. And apparently, at one time, Paul Newman was apparently supposed to make an official sanctioned NASCAR Cup Series start, and I think it was at Watkins Glen, but couldn't make it due to scheduling conflicts.
That would have been cool. Though I gotta know. Well, okay, Watkins Glen. That would have been 1986 onward. When I think about the style of car that he would have driven, I think of the boot configuration, or old Watkins Glen, the dangerous Watkins Glen, the one where multiple Formula 1 drivers died at. But I digress. We're back. It's 40 laps to go at the race. Gibbs is leading by 2.6 seconds. And Dinger and Gregson have now caught up to Brandon Jones, who is in 5th spot, 6.5 seconds back.
Rick now in 10th. I think about another 10 more laps is probably when they're going to make their green flag stop to make it to the end.
I would think so too. You see that Gibbs is about to lap, I think, the 02. For reason that doesn't make me think of the fact that I know that Ryan Newman won his very first Busch Series race at Michigan in 2001 when he was running part-time. I think it was Michigan. But actually, I want to talk about this. Aaron, have you ever heard of the ABC program for NASCAR?
I don't think so. What was that?
The way that so I guess several drivers would do this. Like I think Newman was the example that I most remember associated with it. It stands for ARCA, Busch, and Cup. The idea that you would drive part-time in all of those before making the jump all the way up. So that's what Newman did in 2001. And he had some good moments. I remember, obviously, he won at Michigan in the Busch Series. He won the pole for the Coca-Cola 600. And I remember also, he was about to win the Winston Open in 01. And then his engine blew with 3 laps to go.
Oh.
He's like... I remember they were watching going,
yeah, Gregson is now up to 5th.
Yes. 5th, he passed Brandon Jones. Allmendinger is right behind Jones. Obviously, but Gregson would probably need a caution or just catastrophe for the 4 drivers in front of him to catch up at this point. All right, 36 laps to go. Now I even wonder how long is it like a Formula 1 race compared to this? All I think of like, could those drivers last this long? Because I mean, when you think about it, this type of racing is so much more endurance than the others. Anyway, 35 to go at the line. Oh yeah, he's weaving his way to the 77 and then the 6. Gonna move up my camera a little bit here.
Ooh.
A bit. Allgaier has gained a second back. The next driver would be Sam Mayer. Hold up the 54. Help your teammate, please. You're going to cut to commercial because that makes so much sense. Oh yeah, well, I gotta say, what do you think of the sponsor fire commercials they've had?
Honestly, I don't even really think they're that great.
Really? Okay.
Okay. I think it's probably just because of the fact that the sponsor fire program they're doing now is not quite the same as the one they did back in the day.
It doesn't? Oh.
Like, apparently you have to, like, send in a forum request in order to make the scheme, which is not the same as what they did back in the day.
Well, did they have... Well, I mean, they didn't really have it the same way. But yeah, that makes sense. But I think the Kyle Kurt Busch one's hilarious.
Honestly, it seemed creative at first, but I think it's worn out its welcome. Same thing with the NHRA version with J.R. Todd, I think was his name.
I don't know.
That one's definitely gotten annoying too.
What do you think about the
I think the Denny Hamlin one is still kind of creative, but even that one's kind of...
to be fair, when you see a commercial enough times, it starts to grate at you. God knows Applebee's sure did. Both of them did. But, yeah. Oh, Gregson's already caught up to all.
I really just feel like this is part of an overlying problem where advertisers just don't really seem interested in putting in a lot of creativity or effort with their commercials because they know for a fact that most people don't really seem to care about them as much as they used to. So that's kind of why there's like this overlying feeling that they don't want to put in any effort or investment in what they're trying to put out there.
There's like one exception for me, and that's the Busch beer commercial. I love singing along to that one. I don't know. Head Busch beer, head for the mountains of Busch beer. Head for the mountains, it's cold and it's smooth and it's waiting for you. I'm on, head for the mountains of Busch beer. Head for the mountains of Busch. Head for the mountains of Busch Light beer. Sorry for the impromptu music number. I just love that commercial.
Well, apparently, I actually decided to look up the original version of those commercials, and those were something they did back in, I think, the 80s, was it?
I think the 90s, because Brock Beard included it in his Why the 90s Were Awesome.
Oh, yeah, I think it probably was the 90s.
It's a good song. It's catchy, and I think it's... You know, it makes me feel good to sing it, even though I'll never buy it because I don't drink beer or alcohol at all. It's just fun. The only thing I also remember from Brock Beard's video that was like, and everyone was just hoping, please don't let Jeff Gordon win another race. It sucks that he got as booed as much as he did. Anyway, Gregson passed Hill to go to 5th. Fourth, excuse me. Thank you for the correction.
Now Allmendinger up to 6th.
Yep.
Josh Berry now back up to 9th.
Yep. Oh, that it's smooth and it's waiting for you. Gibbs, the fastest car on track. And if I say that, he might have run into another lap car because he just lost half a second to Allgaier.
Well, now they're at 28 to go.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. 28 to go, and they still have yet to make their stop for under green.
Hello, Smithfield CEO. Welcome to the stream. You watched the Abu Dhabi live, right? You told me about this. Josh Berry got a bit into Riley Herbst. But someone told me that they watch a stream via Abu Dhabi Sports. That way they can watch NASCAR for free without commercials. It just sounds so it sounds like, I don't know. It sounds like a good way to get murdered for some reason. And it reminds me, I think, about Middle Eastern powers. Props to Tiger Woods for turning down the $700 million contract from the Saudi government to play in the LIV. Would you sell out your country for $700 million? I think a lot of people would say yes. Money is power. Here comes Jones for his pit stop. Allgaier pitting. All right. Bailey Curry on pit road. Alex LeBay on pit road. Where is LeBay now? 29th. Okay. I only just noticed that Allgaier's spoiler has the same corn pattern. Ty Gibbs on pit road.
Oh.
All right. Ty Gibbs, the money stop. Let's see. Ryan Ellis on pit road. Alright, let's see what happens. Where's the 7? He's coming around to the tri-oval. So let's see if he can beat out the 54.
Yeah, Allgaier's got a lot of lap traffic ahead of him. Now Sammy Smith is on to pit road.
Man, yeah, the 54 won it. Damn. That sucks for the 7. Gregson, Hemrick, Sammy Smith, Brandon Brown pitting. Nemechek coming off of pit road. Allgaier methodically making his way back through. See if he can catch back up. Ooh. Sammy Smith, too fast entering. No! He had such a great race!
Damn it.
Are you kidding me? He was doing so well. I arguably had a chance to win the race, and he just threw it away. No! God, that's terrible. Oh,
Again, the kid is still a rookie, and obviously these are the kind of mistakes that you obviously are going to make without even really being aware of it.
That's true, but it still sucks.
Yeah.
It's awful. Okay, the skew on the tires is really just bothering me. Thank God I usually only see the left side of cars. Herbst on pit road. Castle on pit road.
20 to go in the race. Josh Berry out front. Anthony Alfredo second. Ryan Seed third.
I think everyone up to
Kyle Weberman now in fourth.
Top 4 still need to pit. No.
Yeah, that's right.
See, Barry's pitting right now. I know, like, Mason Massey still has to pit. Ryan Vargas probably still has to pit.
Yeah. Now Barry's in.
19 laps to go. Allgaier is 1.5 seconds behind and closing. Allgaier, well, Gregson's in third, 4 seconds behind his teammate. 1.4. Oh wait, let's see. Ryan Vargas doesn't pit. Yeah. Oh man, David Starr, problem with one of his tires. Blowing smoke. Oh damn! That tire was on fire!
Oh!
Holy crap, you see that?
Yeah, I see that. David Starr's got a Oh!
Yeah, shades of Paul Menard.
Looks like the brakes caught fire on his car.
That's what that was, okay. Shades of a Paul Menard. Oh, I don't know what happened with Paul Menard, but I know his tire once blew up. Like, on fire.
Now Anthony Alfredo is in.
1.4 is the gap. Come on, Allgaier. I can't have another 54W. I just don't want it. Of course, he's stuck behind Kaz Gralla. Out of the way, Gralla, you're a lap down. Don't hold him up. You're in 20th. You're not going to win the race. Don't hold up the guy trying to chase down the leader. You just cost him like 0.3 seconds. Ryan Sieg making his pit stop. I think the last driver out up front that needs to do so is Kyle Weatherman. Why did I jinx myself about Applebee's? To be fair, that one's not nearly as unbearable as the TikTok ones. I heard the song.
Oh, yeah.
I heard the song.
The one that was constantly airing all throughout last year.
Oh, God, which one? I didn't mind the second one as much as I hated the first one, but I didn't like the second one. It makes me want to curl up in a ball and just cry. I don't know why, that just reminded me of something I did yesterday. You ever heard of Lightspan Adventures?
No, what is that?
A series of educational games on the PlayStation. So, a streamer that I know, on every Friday he does bad games, and he was doing one. Because he was doing a set of them. It's like, if your award for doing all of them is like a song. It's this horrible song. It's like, we are the dogs, bow, wow, wow, wow. His name is Gatorbox, so someone just said, here's Gatorbox, box. But more than that, I had to help him because he forgot what a predicate was and prepositional phrase in indirect objects. So me and another member of chat had to help him with his grammar just to clear a part. Okay, anyway, Allgaier.
Well, Allgaier's within 0.6 of a second of Gibbs.
0.6? I don't see that. I see 1 second.
Oh. Well,
he's stuck behind.
Well, it's still within under 1 second.
Yeah. All the lap traffic. Yeah, okay. He's stuck behind Myatt Snyder, who was the first car a lap down. Let him pass, you don't. So now we're lapping cars that are on the lead lap. Okay, come on.
Snyder, get out of the way.
Allgaier is, no, he also got Clements. He's stuck either way. Okay, you know, maybe Clements is also... I mean, Snyder is probably also racing Clements for position. There we go, but it cost Allgaier more time, and we already only have 12 laps to go. No shit. David Starr's off the track after that brake, I'm guessing, brake failure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Allgaier lost half a second. Alright. So the next car that got lapped was, who got lapped next? I can't see which car that was. Okay, no, it's not Jesse Wuji, it's Kyle Weatherman.
To go.
What? What?
Gregson now in third.
Yep.
2 seconds behind Allgaier.
Yeah. The car's bumping a little. I say bounce almost like porpoising, like with the F1 cars. Where did Sammy Smith end up after his penalty? Let's find out.
12.
12? It's not as bad as it could have been. Okay, the gap now is 3 seconds for Gregson. 1.5 seconds behind Allgaier. I still can't tell what that car in front of that Allgaier was trying to pass was. Oh, it's Bailey Curry. Eight to go. Looking at Josh Berry, he's in the 7th position.
Austin Hill in 5th.
No underdogs in the top 10. That's like, they're all from the top teams. Okay, Allgaier's okay. Back to 2 seconds. I think at this point the end of the race is pretty set in stone, to my chagrin. Cause a caution. Not like spin gate, but spin someone. Ryan Vargas. Oh dear. Got 0.2 seconds, but that's not enough. Alfredo Alfredo able to get some time for Allgaier. Yeah, so that that gained back. Allgaier's able to gain about 0.4 seconds there. Next up would be Brandon Brown, which I believe Gibbs would catch. I'm sure a bunch of racist assholes would love him to take the 23, but it ain't going to happen. 3 laps to go at Michigan. 1 and 1/4 seconds is about the gap. It's 1.25 to 1 to 0.3. Are we going to get a caution?
Nobody put. To go.
Yeah, 2 to go. And we're going to be 1.5 laps. Then with everyone spread out, it doesn't look like we're going to have a caution. Got the onboard for Ty Gibbs. You can watch his camera, watch his movements for the last lap. White flag is out. The last lap at Michigan. Couldn't it just end with stage 2 and that wonderful finish? Oh well. Ty Gibbs making his way through 1 and 2. Brandon Brown ahead of him. Shouldn't be that much of a problem. Olsen right behind the 68. He pulls down through 3 and 4, the last mile. Here comes Ty Gibbs, the 19-year-old. 4 wins this season, another one today. Career win number 9. Ty Gibbs wins the New Holland 250 at Michigan. Allgaier second, Gregson third. And then forever to Brandon Jones in 4th. 5th place goes to Austin Hill. 6th place to Josh Berry. 7th to Allmendinger. 8th to Daniel Hemrick. 9th to Riley Herbst. And 10th place to Landon Castle. Sammy Smith recovered from his snafu with a penalty to finish 12th.
I just wonder how the Cup race is going to go tomorrow.
We shall see. We shall see. Thankfully, we have no 550 horsepower to worry about.
Well, yeah, that's definitely going to be different.
It'll be better. More based on driver's skill.
Well, Bubba Wallace is the pole sitter, but Chris Buescher starts 19th tomorrow.
Ty Gibbs
so
took
let's
out the
see how
steering wheel like Kyle Larson does. Wow. So obviously, you don't need the steering wheel because it's a steering column. So you can,
yeah.
Like I remember when Dale Jr. his steering wheel came off at Talladega under caution, and he had to use the grab the column and steer it raw.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, Bubba Wallace won the pole for tomorrow. We can hope that he wins.
Yeah, he's actually my primary pick to win tomorrow.
Who's your pick to win tomorrow?
Mine.
Yeah, who's your pick to win tomorrow?
Yeah, it was Bubba Wallace, and Buescher is the alternate.
Of course it is. Is that based on is it based on your own personal preferences, or?
It's a little bit of bias, but mostly the fact that, again, the RFK cars kind of have to be reliant on the fastest tracks to try and perform well.
Yeah. You know, I mean, if Buescher were to hold out for like another season and win, then he might take the record for the most wins, but most time between wins. I believe the record is 229 races.
Wow.
Bill Elliott, 1990.
Honestly, I hope Buescher wins sooner than that.
Yeah, it was, oh, jeez. Okay, now I want to punch Ty Gibbs in the face for just staring at the camera and folding his arms. I want to punch him. I want to punch him in the face.
Yeah.
What a bitch.
I mean, to be fair, it's definitely different than the Kyle Busch bow, that's for sure.
I like the bow. The way, I mean, the way Ty Gibbs did it almost like he looked entitled. I didn't like that. Wait. Am I seeing? Are we going to have a Victory Lane interview? Hold on a minute. We had
apparently, yes, they are. They are going to go to Victory Lane.
What is this? We're having Victory Lane interviews. The first time since Ryan Preece at Nashville in last year. Wow.
Even though the Victory Lane is like right there along the infield.
You know what? Hell, it's a Victory Lane. It's still a Victory Lane interview. I'll take it, man.
Yeah, honestly, that's really something they need to do more consistently.
And all it took was Brendan Brown announcing that he was out, that he wouldn't be able to run full-time anymore. Oh, they got the Monster Girls? Wow. It's times like this that I forget that Ty Gibbs is of age.
Yeah.
Old enough to have them. You got the Monster Girls already.
Yeah. But I think I'm going to tap out because I think it's probably good enough for me now.
Yeah, same for me. Okay, Ty Gibbs won the race, Tucky Place. All right. All right. Thank you all so much for coming out to the stream. I'll see you tomorrow for the whatever the race is called, the Hollywood Casinos 400.
Firekeepers Casino 400.
Firekeepers Casino 400. That's right. Hollywood Casino 400 is Kansas. All right. Yeah, thank you all so much for coming out. This is BowserJrXD signing off. I believe we hit the sub goal. I don't think we hit the sub goal. We got no new subs, but we got a shit ton of views. Thank you all so much for the 275 views. BowserJrXD signing off. Not one. Have a good one.